Good afternoon, good evening, this is John Paul Wright. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Today I'll be talking about Mike Zeroh again, and I will be defending Mike, but not the way you think I'll be defending Mike, because I'm not defending Mike based on his content. I think Mike does a poor job of dressing up his videos. He does make them look like clickbait, and he doesn't have much content that you could consider real content. What he does have is, food for thought, things to think about, things to speculate about. So that's fine. But like I said, I'm not defending his content, I'm more defending who he is. So first let me get into a clear-cut example of corporation versus YouTuber, or corporate YouTube versus YouTuber. And PewDiePie represents the YouTuber, or the independent YouTuber, and T-Series, who is now closing in on PewDiePie's subscriber base, represents corporate YouTube. That's why you see all over, subscribe to PewDiePie, and channels we follow, channels we really like, are having this thing, subscribe to PewDiePie. I'm having it too. The point is, Mike Zeroh has been around for 9 years making YouTube videos. You could even say he paved the way a little bit for a lot of the Star Wars channels and influenced a lot of people along the way. So I don't like when people just say, oh, he's spreading madness, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's a clickbaiter. Yeah, that's part of who he is, but there's also another part to his personality and to who he represents. Now Mike, like PewDiePie, represents the independent YouTuber. He represents the person who makes their own content and keeps coming up with things, and he's not the corporate YouTuber. He's not the corporate person. So you could say he's on our side. So if someone who's basically on our side, like, on the side of channels we love who are independent and making their own stuff, who are not corporate, why would we bash on him? You don't like it? Okay, turn away. Don't watch it. That's cool. But to just say he's kind of a problem or this and that doesn't make sense, because Mike, by default, is a good guy. Whether his content is actually good or not, whether you like his content or not, whether it has value or not, and I think it does have some value, that's irrelevant. The point is, Mike's an independent creator on YouTube, and it's going to come down in the future to corporation versus little guy, which it always does in this world, and Mike is the little guy. And I just heard today that maybe Mike's not a Star Wars fan, and I'll admit he is a little bit robotic in the way he delivers his commentary and things like that, but I think it's just for consistency. If you guys realize, he's consistent as hell. He drops videos like twice a day, at least once a day. He's got intro, outro, he's got his commentary in the middle, and, I think that's a great thing to do, because when you're looking for people who haven't seen you yet, you want to stick to that consistency. So, if he's a Star Wars fan or not, I'm going to guess he is. Because I don't think you dedicate that much time, that much effort, and not enjoy what you're talking about. I think he is definitely a Star Wars fan, so I think that kind of thing's off the table. But I admit I see where people are coming from, that he's a little bit robotic in the way he acts and things. And he doesn't give hearts or reply to comments, which is also, I don't like that. I think once in a while, at least get to the top, comments. He doesn't get a shitload of comments every single video. I've seen where they ended at 150 or something. Hell, I get 100 sometimes. The other thing I want to talk about is Article 13. If you guys follow Ivan Ortega, then he made a video called something like "This Channel Might Close." He wanted to get attention to talk about Article 13, and he did. And what Article 13, to my understanding is, I don't know all the perfect details, is that we won't be able to use movie clips and copyrighted songs anymore. So now we get copyright claims for those, which means we get the claim, it feels bad, maybe the video gets unmonetized or something like that, but the video goes on. It gets views, it gets you subscribers, and you get to have it. And I think that's fair in most cases when you think about it. But this Article 13 supposedly will not let you use that stuff at all. What will happen is you're going to get copyright struck, not copyright claimed, which means your channel could be terminated, and I believe it means you can't upload videos for 6 months or something insane like that. So people like Mike Zeroh will be able to push through that, because Mike Zeroh doesn't rely on movie clips. He has a certain amount of clips at times, but he could get by with slideshows and his commentary and things like that. So I think it's important also to have a lot of creators that survive if anything ever happens with the copyright stuff. Also, if you guys don't like Mike, that's cool. I understand that. I don't like him so much as far as his content. It irritates me. He should say, "What if?" or "This is my personal theory." But he doesn't, and that's how he markets himself, and he's also free to do that. And also, who's the victim? Who is Mike tricking? If you're watching this video right now, you're thinking you don't like what I'm saying, are you being fooled by Mike? Do you know anybody that's being fooled by Mike? The only thing I could imagine is, I guess, kids, maybe? Like, if they're like 11 or 12 and they just like have no idea that this guy Mike Zeroh doesn't actually know what's going on? I don't know, it just seems like I know better. It's pretty much just speculation. Especially when there's nothing going on in the news, he just gives you stuff to speculate about. I think those are the positive things about him. Anyway, you guys let me know in the comments what you think about what I just said. And I just want you to think a little bit harder if you go to say, oh, Mike's this name, Mike's that name. Just think about his importance just as a creator and as a long-standing YouTuber, basically. His content, hey, think what you want. I'm not going to defend that. Alright, so, got a Patreon, do shout-outs, collabs, stuff like that. Consider subscribing here if you haven't. Please drop a comment. I think I said that before. I'll see you next time.